Now we want to help you get climate ready. With temperature extremes becoming more and more frequent, both in the summer and winter, it really puts a strain on our power grid.
Yeah, so for a lot of us, Con Ed is the energy provider. It says it's making $1 billion investment in to help keep the system from being overwhelmed and prevent some future outages.
Eyewitness News reporter Lindsay Tuchman shows us the work that's underway.
Raised in Brooklyn, John Carucci is the manager of construction at Con Edison's newest energy substation in Canarsie. It's being built to prevent what many New Yorkers like him have experienced.
The really big outage that happened in Manhattan a couple of years ago, the outage even further back where most of the eastern seaboard was out. So those are my personal experiences, but again, this station is here to help protect against those things in the future.
A $1.3 billion investment by the utility, the Gateway substation on East 91st Street will process high-voltage electricity to power more of Central and East Brooklyn. That's approximately 52,000 customers. Work is underway now to build the station itself, as well as trench 28 miles of underground cable. Con Ed says the need for power throughout the borough will increase 16% in the next 10 years.
This is a historically underserved portion of the neighborhood. So as more people move in, as businesses continue to move in and grow, and as the push comes to electrify New York, this station is going to really help supply that demand and that load.
Officials say infrastructure like this is needed as the energy needs of New Yorkers are changing, in part because summers are getting hotter and winters are getting colder for longer. This past June, for example, there were record-breaking heat waves, resulting in tens of thousands of outages system-wide. Allison Martinez is the executive director of Brooklyn Level Up, a community development corporation. She says East Brooklyn faces a great deal of inequity when it comes to climate resiliency.
This is a homeowner community, actually one of the last bastions of black homeownership in New York City, and people are having to start to reckon with the realities of extreme heat, lack of tree canopy, and the impact that has on rising heat and costs.
The substation won't be done until 2028, but Con Ed says it's a long-term investment to make energy more reliable, resilient, and delivered at the lowest possible cost.
And I also hope that it's an opportunity for community to see that their needs can be addressed.
Oh, thank you so much for telling this story, Lindsay. It's so important, especially coming off big storms like the nor'easter that we just saw. It really threatens the power grid. So, Lindsay, what work's being done to prevent that kind of outage?
Yeah, and Sam and Danny, you guys are the perfect people to talk about this, and Charlene as well, of course. But there's kind of two things that are going on when it comes to these big storms. There is the wind that can cause a lot of power outages, and that's when you see those overhead power lines. So what they're doing at this substation and many of the substations they're going to build down the line is make sure everything is underground. But that brings in the problem with flooding. Superstorm Sandy is a good example of this, where you can really knock out power with all of that water surging in. So something else Con Ed is working on is to build moats alongside the underground infrastructure, as well as flood walls, to make sure that everything's protected from water so that they're covered as climate is really changing and these storms are getting much worse.
Lindsay, it's a great idea. It's something that we have to do. I mean, we have to prepare for these kind of events. We know they're coming. So thanks for staying on it. If they're doing anything else that we need to know, keep us updated.
Thank you, Lindsay.